We're going to queer up the worldview. Greek Prime Minister promises to push for LGBTQ plus rights. Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis has announced his commitment to legalizing same-sex marriage, making a significant advancement for LGBTQ plus rights in a region where certain conservative governments impose restrictions on the community. In an interview with Bloomberg Television in Athens, Mitsotakis, a center-right politician, affirmed that including same-sex marriage in their strategy is inevitable. He also believed that Greek society has evolved and is now more prepared and progressive on this issue. The Brussels-based non-governmental umbrella organization benchmarks 49 countries on their legal and policy situation for LGBTQ plus people from 0% to 100%. With a ranking of 57% in the latest report, Greece has overtaken countries such as the UK and Germany. In 2021, Greece witnessed a significant shift toward progress in LGBTQ plus rights. The catalyst for this change was the formation of a committee by Mitsotakis to draft a national strategy for this cause. Since then, the Prime Minister has implemented several reforms, such as reversing the ban on homosexual men donating blood and putting an end to the harmful practice of sex-normalizing surgeries on children. Mitsotakis has been a surprising yet commendable advocate for change. Greece granted legal recognition to same-sex civil partnerships in 2015 and recognized gender identity in 2017. Well, talk about being Greek active. If and I haven't been on a plane since 1995, but I don't know, maybe the right amount of sedative might get me on a plane to visit such a historic and important
to
place.
Athens or Mykonos or something. I mean, they're like gay colonies practically to begin with. They all been invented gay.
Literally. The politics just catching up. That sex surgery, I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up, but it sounds to me like a type of conversion therapy.
That's what I think it is.
Sounded like
I also was confused by that terminology.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing, especially for that part of Europe. As remember where Greece is, next to Turkey, and then just above it is Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary. And on that side of Europe, despite a lot of them being members of very liberal EU, they are very, very restrictive of LGBT rights. I mean, Poland, until EU basically put a crackdown on them, have municipalities that declare themselves LGBTQ+.
Except didn't Estonia recently?
Estonia did pass same-sex marriage, which is also the first time in the Baltic for anyone to do it. The three Baltics.
That's right. But the geopolitical significance here is major. You're right.
Absolutely.
That is like to imagine there's been almost like this kind of bridge that to imagine or kind of.
And in terms of international relations, unfortunately, we cannot push too hard on Hungary and Turkey right now because Hungary and Turkey are both blocking Sweden's entry into NATO, and with the war with Ukraine raging on, the problem with pushing Hungary and the Orban regime is that, he can just say, no, Sweden can't join the NATO.
We have to, in the region, they have to start to put pressure on their other neighbors. They have a lot more resources to do that, a lot of import, export, and different trade that they really have to start. I mean, we have to free those people somehow. They can't in 2023 still be, doing this to other human beings.
Although it's funny because as we read the headlines for what's happening here in Florida, here in the United States, it sure sounds like other people are going to have to liberate us. Like,
please,
somebody.
Come on, King Charles. Let's bring it back let's colonize us again.
We are Queer News Tonight, the world's first and only live daily LGBTQ+ evening news show, brought to you from Happening Out Television Network. We operate in the same model of PBS and NPR, but for the LGBTQ+ community. We educate, inform, and entertain by supporting the 10 pillars of our LGBTQ+ community, with more than 100,000 a week watching us on Roku, Apple Television, and other channels. To keep the story going, we accept donations with 100% transparency. Stay updated and live authentically with Queer News Tonight.